Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to Disney Mirrorverse. In this video, we have the July update for you. It's been a while since I put a video out. It's been in a little bit of a lull, but there's been a lot of stuff that's actually happened since that last update. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. We have some new Guardians to take a look at. I just unlocked Gaston, so we're going to do a little bit of his gameplay, show what he looks like. I got pretty lucky with him too. So we're going to go ahead... So we're going to go ahead and take a look at all of that. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. Just a quick reminder, all the links to my social media are in the description below, so definitely check that out. Join us on Discord. I'm building the community up there as well. This game has been in soft launch for quite a while. It's been over a year, and it's gone through quite a few updates. It had a massive update back in December, which completely changed the game, and I think they're getting close because the official Twitter, as well as the official Instagram, is starting to be a little active, so we're seeing some things there. So I've heard that this game is going to come out sometime in 2021. I'm guessing probably around Q4, which is going to be somewhere around October, November, December. Could be sooner, could be later. I don't know. That's just me guessing. But a lot of stuff has happened, and I want to go over that right now. As if you're familiar with what the screen looked like before, it's changed quite a bit here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Guardians first, because there's been some changes with them. So we go through here, we take a look at the Guardians. For those of you who've seen my roster, I've added a few new Guardians to it. But here's the full roster. This is everybody right now, and there's only, I think there's only 2 or 3 Guardians I don't have right now. So just kind of, I'll flip through these really quick. Got a lot of 5 stars, which is great. Got a lot of 4 stars as well. Gaston right there, over there on the right. I got lucky. I did a poll and got him at 5 stars right off the bat, so that's pretty cool. So he's one of the newest ones, along with Captain Hook. So Gaston, we're going to go ahead and play around with a little bit today. Donald Duck is new within the last month or so. Look at that. We got Tailspin. I love that guy. We've got Aladdin. Oops. Let's back up. Aladdin, I've got him at the lowest stars right now. He was difficult for me to get. But then I've been super casual. I haven't really been on it every single day, doing everything I can. Kind of mellowed out a little bit. So I've only got him at a 2-star right now. Ariel at a 3-star. But look, so we have Elsa and Captain Hook, the only 2 I don't have unlocked right now. Elsa was only, if I'm correct in this, I believe I am. Elsa was only purchasable so far, and for $100. I considered it, but nope, I am not going to. So we're going to wait and see what happens with Global with her. We have Captain Hook, who is available in Orbs as well, so we may do some polls once this goes Global if I don't have him yet. All right, so that's the whole roster. Now, something that they changed, let's go into Gaston since he's my newest. When we take a look at the character page here, the Guardian details, one thing that you'll notice is over on, where is it? I gotta find it. Oh, in bio. If we go to bio, we now have traits. So tall, villainous, and short fuse. These are things that are going to be used in the game and is currently being used in the game now to specify which characters are qualified for different types of game modes. So we'll take a look at that. Especially when you get into the new story mode difficulty. We're going to go over that here in just a second as well. But so just kind of to run through a few traits, there's Gaston's traits. For Goofy, we got tall, goofball, and high tech. We have tall and book smart here for Ian. What do we have for Genie? Tall, goofball, shape-shifting, gravity-defying. So these are all things that we'll get familiar with as the game continues to evolve and kind of what other game modes we're going to see these Guardians in. All right, so that's it for the Guardians as far as some updates for them. Let's go into story mode here. If I go into play, you can see this screen here has changed quite a bit as well. We've got dungeons. I mean, it's looking nice. It's looking sharp. I like it. All right, so if we go into the different chapters here, let's do. I'm just going to go all the way back to chapter 1. There we go. And in the difficulty modes here, we've got hard and normal, but now we have expert. So I'm going to go into expert. Just take a look at this. This is brand new as of this month's patch. And as you can see, you see the 1 and the 1 on either side there. So if we click on this, we've got all these different tabs now here on the right-hand side. So it gives us everything that we need to know in order to be successful and 3-star this battle. So complete the encounter, complete with at least 1 ranged guardian, and complete with 3 guardians remaining. Here's the possible rewards. We also have encounter restrictions and encounter is buffed. So let's take a look at that. This next tab down, here's our restrictions. We need 3 tall or loyalty guardians. So that's where those traits come in. This next tab here just talks about what we have going on as far as the boss and the goons. Just kind of run through that. You can see, so the elite goon down there. At the beginning of combat, this goon is granted 100% of its defense as armor. So something to keep in mind as we get to these more difficult stages. In this last tab here, right here, enemies have increased defense, increased damage on special abilities, and heavy attacks, and use their specials more often. There was one, I was wondering what the heck was going on, because when we go back into this event here, so there was one, I can't remember where it is, but there's one where if you used ranged and you used a special, you would get rooted and you had this heavy debuff on you and you just saw your life go done, gone. You would not survive that battle. So definitely keep an eye on those different tabs and the different mechanics of each battle, because it's going to be very important, and it's going to be, you're going to want to know that so you can be successful at 3-starring. All right, so with that, we have a new difficulty. I think that's probably where it's going to end right now. I think we're probably going to launch with 3 difficulties. We may not. Maybe there's going to be 4. But having pretty much a beginner, an intermediate, and an expert, that's a pretty good balance, I think, for global. We have our dailies in here. We have the tower. The tower is new and improved as well. It got a reset. And as you can see, we have different mechanics here as well. So like floor 1, go in here. What's this one right here? No, this one right here. Here we go. So whenever an enemy would be stunned, instead they cleanse all debuffs, including stun, and gain 100% armor and a 20% attack buff for 10 seconds. So you're not going to want to take somebody in there that stuns enemies. So you're going to want to take a look at this and watch that as you climb up here. And what's our restriction? We need 3 tall or royalty guardians. So this has been reset, and this goes for, I think it goes for a certain amount of time. I think you're going to see this tower reset, and it's going to have different things to achieve as you're climbing that tower. All right, so if we go into the store is pretty usual. You've got all the purchasable stuff there. You got the Stardust store and the Laurels. I don't think really anything changed there. In Dungeon, they did make some changes. We have different levels. We have more levels of these different tier bundles to purchase different items. I can't look into here because you have to purchase the previous bundle to see what's available in the next bundle. Hopefully that's something that changed. I would like to be able to take a look and see what's available in each one of these tiers, but I can take a look at this one, and you can see that we get 20 energy, we get 5 of those minor health potions, T1 potions, and then we get a little bit of gold. So that's for 25 orbs. That's not worth 25 orbs in my opinion. I mean, that gives you barely anything in my opinion. So hopefully some bundles get reworked as well, because I don't see the value here at all. So we have the orbs here. The orbs here, I think, as far as pricing is pretty good. We've got our bazaar as usual. And right here we go with Hook's Hideout. This is the event store right now. We've got Nature's Bounty profile icon down there. I like going for the collectibles, so I'll definitely go after that icon. And as far as other things worth purchasing in here for me, the Epic Book, it's 40,000 though. So I don't know how many of these Nature's Bounty we're going to get throughout this entire event. We'll find out though. And then you have the 1 to 2 star radiant crystals there, which is, as far as these go, I don't know that I have any to take a look at what's inside them, but typically you have a chance at the event characters, the event guardians. We don't have Hook in here. We don't have Gaston in here. Typically, they've been kind of off and on with that. Sometimes they're in here, sometimes they're not. I don't know at what level these events are meant to be, if they're beginner or end game type events, but this is the one that we currently have going on. All right, so we have that. There we go. We got the crystals, alliances, the Wild Hunt store. We took a look at everything. The calendar, you can go ahead and take a look and see kind of what's available as we run through that. I do always like having this event calendar as well. So you collect two things, the calendar items as well as the event calendar items, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty much it as far as the update. There's been some things here, like they buffed Buzz, which is good. I haven't played him yet since the buff or since the update. I haven't really kind of dove into him to see how much he's improved, but they really have been focusing on improving him as well. There's this whole hashtag buff Buzz movement that was going on. So hopefully people are happy with that. We'll go ahead and test him a little bit. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Gaston. He's the newest one. So we are going to go into chapter 1, and let's see. Let's just go into expert. Now in here, my restriction is I need 3 tall or royalty. So let's go into here. Skip the story for now. 3 tall or royalty. It looks like I've made them all, but I do want Gaston in here. So let's I'm going to move some people around. Let's throw Gaston in here. And then I still want my tank. So let's put my tank in here. Because Gaston's a ranged character. There we go. Let's hit upgrade really quick. Let's go to Gaston and take a look at his abilities super fast. All right, so we have Fatal Wound right here. So Gaston fires an arrow at his target, which deals 300% damage on hit, which is awesome. If Gaston target is inflicted with wound, then he deals an additional 500%. And that comes into play with this right here, with his core ability. Heavy attacks inflict wound. So you want to make sure that you have wound on there so you can do the maximum amount of damage. Dealing 20% damage 20% damage per second for 5 seconds. You also have, while his target is inflicted with wound, Gaston gains plus 15% critical chance. And then his critical hits purge 1 defensive buff from his target if they are inflicted with wound. Now, one thing I also want to do, let's take a look at this one right here. Signature ability, which I have unlocked. When Gaston damages an enemy below 30% health, he gains 30% attack buff for 5 seconds. And then as you continue to improve this signature ability, you do more, that attack buff increases more and more. All right, so with that, let's go ahead, jump into here. I'm going to take it off of auto. Oh, man. I got to select him again. Where'd he go? There he is. And I want to see a special animation. I have not seen that yet, so I got to go in here and pause it so I can turn that on because I currently have it off. Okay, pause. Let's go to settings. Skip cinematic animations. Turn that off so we can see them. All right, and there we go. Let's do his heavy attack. I like his bow. His bow looks pretty cool. He definitely looks like a hunter. Boom, we got that wound on him. Oh, we got that wound on both of them. Moving pretty quick here. It is easy. Even though it is expert, it is easy because of the level that I have all of my guardians at. All right, so we got his ready. So I'm going to go ahead, get that wound on him. Let's do his animation. Nice. 2,000. That's not bad. That's all right. There we go. We'll go one more. We'll do one more. That went pretty quick. Look at him, all proud of himself. So I did get him up to level 30 right now. I don't have enough resources to take him up to level 40 just yet. All right, so let's go to 1-3. And if we take a look at the rewards here in Expert, so we get these books, Uncommon Book of Strength, we get some shards for astral crystals, and then we get some gold. Now, one thing I'm also told is that I haven't seen this yet because I haven't got this point in the event yet where I've 3-starred one and been able to go back and redo it. But I hear that now you can auto-complete event battles that you have 3-starred, which is good because before they forced us to go through and have to manually battle through it, and it does get It gets boring when you're doing that over and over for that whole thing. So it's nice to be able to go in there and auto battle and complete that. So I hear that has now been added, which is great. You get to do that with all the story ones. So it's nice to see that added into the event quests. All right, let's go into here. What do we have? Restrictions. We got 3 talls of royalty again. And what is this? So enemies have increased defense, increased damage on special. Okay, we read that already. So let's go ahead and hit this. We'll do one more battle, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. Got that defense there, the armor. I can't remember what those things are called on the ground. Those rocks, those different colored rocks. Boom. That red, so that's... His heavy attack kind of looks the same as his basic. All right. One thing also, actually, that you don't see here, but I did see, I don't know if it was this last update or not, but when you have Jack or when you have Merida, where you get charges built up, so that you can time your special abilities and things. So you need a certain number of wisps to get your crit. Above the character icon there on the bottom right hand side of the screen, you'll now see a number above their special ability, and it'll tell you how many charges they have built up. Like with Jack, you can build up 10 charges. The more charges you have built up, the stronger his heal is, and he cures curses. So it's nice to see that, because before you had to switch between each one of the characters and see kind of where their charges are at. And now you can see that just by looking at their special ability there on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, which is awesome, actually. Very excited for this. It's nice to see some activity on their social media, on their Twitter and their Instagram. So it leads me to believe, hopefully we'll start hearing some more news soon, and maybe we'll start hearing something about a global launch. Who knows? So very interested in your thoughts. What do you think of this most recent update? What are your thoughts on the game if you're currently playing it? I know, again, there's been this kind of lull in the game, but still a lot of fun. And why does this keep popping up? Hold on, I'm going to get rid of that. Boom. Good. There we go. Anyway, so again, interested in your thoughts. There you go, everybody. That's what I have for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.